what's up? This is Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and you're watching the Enthusiast Report right here.
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it very much, Barry.
Appreciate you.
And you have a production that you're taking over a whole town, like a whole city, right now? Or
Shreveport. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah.
I took over a studio that was previously Millennium Studios. And I had a relationship with Avi Lerner. It's where I kind of got my model for the feature films. He finances a lot of films. He actually financed the last Expendables with me, Jason Statham, Stallone, Megan Fox. We had the whole crew in there. So what's the name? Like his projects, I learned like, in my head, those projects would be as good as the passion we put into it. Like, it's because the lines on the page and we brought the right people together to bring it to life, but it doesn't quite work like that. Like feature films, they require stars. Meaning they look at it when you see Stallone and Expendables, they say it's action, it's on genre, we got Jason Statham, we got this. This is Dolph Lundgren in there, we can get this much for this in this many territories. Yeah. They already know what kind of number they can get back on the sales of the film in those different territories. So they know what to expend because they know what they'll recoup immediately.
They have something to measure from that, right? Yeah. What made you choose the studio and the area that you guys are going into now? Because I've been watching, it's made tremendous changes even for the town, the city, and what you're bringing into the...
Well, Shreveport, I was attracted to it because of the tax incentive.
Okay.
In that area, like it allowed me to do business. Like, if you look at what they look at tax-wise in New York City or tax-wise in California, Hollywood, LA is finished. Like that town is finished.
It's insane.
Yes, they want 58% of the money after the fact. So it's like, let's say no matter how you structured your business, you didn't factor in that you would have to give up 58% of whatever you earn after the fact. So if they're not making huge decreases in California, what they're doing, they're already going out of business.
Well, everyone's leaving. They're going to Texas, Florida, all over the country.
Yeah, right? Everybody's moving. Like they're gonna go. Anyone who has enough money is gonna have an additional place.
Yeah.
They're gonna move to one of those places that allows them to keep the money, and then maybe put those places that they have that they like. If they like California that much, they'll probably put that place under LLCs or under a different thing where they're not being taxed directly based on it.
So you have something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on
No,
social
he
media
did it.
talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go into the 90s, and Keefe D said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries. They went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily have a responsibility to behave a certain way according to them. And look, if I didn't have an award-winning director doing it, if I hadn't put the right people in place to produce it properly, I would understand why they would question or doubt anything that I'm doing. But you go into the 90s, and Keefe D said he paid him to kill Tupac. Yeah. It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries. They went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy, and he hasn't even been arrested yet.
Yeah.
So where is the downfall? You mean the downfall of his credibility? Because nothing else fell yet.
Yeah, we think stuff will fall possibly.
Yes, it's a bad situation, but it hasn't happened yet. So how could you document it when it hasn't happened?
Yeah. So.
That's forecasting it.
That's true.
Predicting
That's true.
what will happen.
So moving on also, so tell us a little about what's been going on with SIRE Spirits. I've seen tremendous change. I've known you for many years now, and just it's grown tremendously. I know you guys are in multiple stadiums. Tell me how much stadiums you guys are in. I know you guys are going to Costco now as well too.
I got 11 professional sports teams that I'm the official cognac and champagne of their teams. The stadiums itself. I watched Hennessy make a bad deal. They made a deal with the NBA and not with the individual owners that actually own the stadiums. So when they do that, they sit and they look and they kind of feel a little disrespected by it. But the spirits business is the kind of business that's, let's look at it like there's 3 major companies that earn $20 billion companies. They do $3 or $4 billion a year, each one of them, right?
Diageo, Bacardi, probably.
To control the market share, if something happens, they throw money at the situation. So they throw the money, but there's certain things that they can't do, like make the person's business a success by bringing people to it. Mm-hmm. Like whenever it's entertainment, it's about moving people.
Yeah.
Like the same places that I'm going when I'm performing on tour. My last tour I did 30 countries, 103 dates.
$100 million, right? It's, I think, one of the top hip hop or.
My audience is a little older. My core audience is a little older. I like to think that my core audience is in college, enjoying the social experience is so important to individuals while they're in college. That the moment that they're done with their schoolwork, they're going out to enjoy themselves. And I think when you have a hit record, like it's the hit at the moment in hip hop culture, it's the theme music to their lives.
Yeah.
At that point, because people disagree on so many things, but at the point that the music come on, they agree to have a good time.
Yeah.
And they associate it with how they felt at that point. So the song comes on and you just see an older person dancing around in the house, and they're like, you don't know nothing about this. Because now they're feeling like, yeah, you dancing to it, but you don't know nothing about it. You're a little whippersnapper. You know what I'm saying? Because
they were not what originally was that.
Yes, because of who they were when they came in contact with the music in the first point, and just where they was at in their life.
What do you think the age demographic is for most of your concerts now?
My age demographic is broader than usual.
Yeah.
Because I said my core audience is older, but the people heard it around it. The parents is playing it, and the kids hear it, and they understand it, and they know it. And I've been able to diversify to sustain being cool. But if you think about it, this last concert, the last tour I told them about, I did all of these shows, and it was different this time. Because this time when I went off to go do the tour, when I saw a really hot chick, I was like, where's your mother? Because they're babies now. They're out there and it's babies. So it's like, I'm enjoying it. I'm still rocking it. I'm blessed to be able to still go out and do that. Like the television business said they was on strike, so I said I'm on tour. It was that simple. There was no album that I released ahead of that. It was just me deciding to go do that tour.
And your age demographic is probably, when you say older, you're probably saying like late 30s.
Yes, my audience is rich. My audience is rich. They're already successful.
Yeah.
See, if you were in college in 2003 at this point, in success, the drink that you had in the nightclub, or that you had in a sports bar while you was out just entertaining yourself, that drink in success becomes a wine cellar that you have in the house to have to drink a wine while you're having dinner. It turns into a more mature way of doing it. But it's just how we do things at different stages in our lives, that's all.
So and then you have, with your television shows and everything you have coming out too, you have some new seasons coming out, right, as well? And tell us about that.
I got a lot of things going on, man. I got almost 40 shows now across 10 different networks, and it's getting ready to get spooky. What I'm saying to you is you're gonna look up and there's gonna be a lot of new stuff coming from me because of they're in different stages of production. but I've got the commitments from the networks and stuff like that, so it's easier. Like, there's a law, right? The laws appear not to need anything. Yeah. I didn't write that one in the book, but everybody will do you a favor when you don't need one, because maybe you'll do them a bigger favor in return at some point, So it's simple math. It's why Bernie Madoff have an $84 billion Ponzi scheme, because he'll tell you, no, I'm fine, no, my fund is full, and then they leave and come back and say, wait, what if I give you 10 million instead of the 5 that I offered you the last time? And he goes, oh, all right.
What more, I don't need you, I value you in a way, right? Right, yeah. Kind of a takeaway on it.
Absolutely. Like, I just see people respond to it. When you don't need a favor and you say things, people go, yo, nah, I'll do it.
But your shows are getting awards and everything, though, too. Haven't you been getting awards and everything like that?
They miss, certain award establishments miss these projects. And it's because of diversity. You know what I mean? Like, the Emmys, I haven't been nominated for an Emmy Award in any of the television shows, and I've been #1 in African American and Latina households for 10 years. So it is them just deciding what to look at and what not to. It may not be their preference. They might not like the cup of tea I'm drinking from, right? And it's fine, but you can see agendas at points if you look a little close. So, according to the Emmys, RuPaul is the most talented black man in the world with a whopping 17 nominations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they pick what they want.
Yeah. So when is the Diddy documentary supposed to hit?
I can't give you a date, but it's in production now.
With current events a little bit, with Diddy, with you calling out Diddy, you've called out a lot of people actually in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It was interesting. As we know, our previous President Trump just got shot in the year. Did you see the wave of everything that was your name on it with him?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, it was just a wave of it. I mean, they had your songs with it. They had his head on your face. What's your thoughts of all of that?
Well, it's this part. When you see him do this part, it says despite what just happened, I'll be victorious. I'll do what I got to do anyway. And then that's where they look at that and they see that was in my behaviors in the early stages and what they saw even in the music, Get Rich or Die Trying. It's to someone who's on a successful path, it means no is not an option, and they connect with it across the board. It registers positive, it registers negative. It's according to who you're talking to,
You're building such big brands, such big production and everything you're doing. And I mean, when I saw that wave with Trump and 50 and all that, of just all his head on your face and everything like that, were you excited when he put his fist up? Did you relate to that at all? I mean, because you guys have a lot of similarities, especially on social media. Call people out, and you're actually draining swamps in different ways.
I'm going to take that as a compliment. I just said I have a lot of similarities to the past president, right? That was cool. Yeah. That you said that. I just wanted to stop for a second so you can suck that up. You understand, people?
No. It's really true. You guys both are speaking your truth. You're draining swamps in different areas, right? Especially when it comes to entertainment world, the people that would never call those type of people out.
Right.
And you're doing the same type of thing. You think you're ever going to politics, anything like that? Because I mean, you're doing everything
I have
else.
no political aspirations. You know what I mean? And look at this, look. Technically, it would be taking a pay cut. I'm doing extremely well right now. They make $400,000 a year as the president, right? But he got a different thing going on that incentivizing him to be in that position. It's his passion driving towards that. I don't know. I just think when I know I don't have all the answers, I look for the answers in the things that are going on. Like, I'm watching going, in politics, it's a big responsibility, because we have the best system. It just doesn't work without good people.
True.
So if you put it like that is to say we need to find the right people to put into positions and stuff like that. And then I think it works better.
Well, I mean, you are the American dream. I mean, what you've built, where you've came from, what you've done, the lessons you've learned, you are the American dream. I mean, that's the truth. Where do you see this country going, or where do you want to see it going, being in the position that you're in? And you are responsible for many lives, whether you employ them, whether they're part of your direct team with a G unit, with anything that you do, G unit productions, everything. where do you want to see this country going? Do you feel like it's in a good direction? What's your thoughts?
To be honest with you, like when I pop my head out of working and doing the things that I'm doing, and I'm constantly doing something, right? When I do, I have moments where I look and I go, what is going on? Like when it's just scenarios that go on around and I get confused about, right? So I'll reach out to friends that are really into politics to talk to them. Guys, you and say, well, what, like Ari Melba, I'll call them and go, what is the migrants? How do you explain that they just let them across the border, like to just do that? And he goes, okay, 50, if you becoming one of those one issue voters, I understand. Like it's because he can't really answer that question for me. So a lot of things that, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, they don't stand for everything that the political parties stand for, but they stand and support the party that they're supporting. You see what I mean? So there's things that you can ask them that they'll look at you, when they're being honest, they'll say, I don't know why they said that or why that's the way that is, but I do feel like this is the overall right area to go in. And I don't know, like I just think I don't have those answers.
Yeah, because I think we've seen over the years with your social media, you're very spoken about how you feel one situation or the other, but I've seen you kind of on both sides of speaking.
Yeah, no, because there's things that I feel good about from one side and there's things that I feel good about from the other, right? Like if you look at who I am as a person, you say, he's supposed to be a Democrat. And then I'm rich as a motherfucker, so I'm supposed to be a Republican. So who am I? Right? Like you get in a new place just positioning, just the honest truth is when you fall into a slot and you're personally looking at things, you're going, where exactly do you stand in these places?
So where do you see 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, in the next 5 to 10 years, globally, United States? Where do you want to go? I mean, you're just, and I've seen in the years that I've been honored to know you, just the scalability of everything you've done has been amazing. Just, and even the products from your spirits brands, and then you're never afraid to, even fight some of these big guys in the liquor business. We can see that happening too as well. It's a tough business.
No, it's like there's definitely obstacles. No matter if I can feel pressure at points, then imagine with the person who doesn't have an audience or the ability to have people aware of the things that they're experiencing, right? I'll break the number. I'll break that billionaire talk communications over the next 5 years. Trust that. But I already have everything that I want. So I think the point that you get to that point, you've accomplished that, then the task is to how much you help people. Like what did you do? Like in Shreveport, away from the studios, I've purchased properties alongside the Red River and Texas streets and different areas because commerce. But these places, because to build them up, to get things functional and have things thriving in there. Because you can't have a great experience if you don't have things there to do. And like I would go work when I did the Expendables. We did it in Bulgaria. Wasn't a lot to do, but it'll create focus for you. But I don't think that that would be a city. I'm in a city. Like it feels like a little new version of New York City down there at places. And then I know what would function or what would work in those areas because they previously worked in places here. Yeah. So I could take those things down to Shreveport and make it exciting and have it be a thriving work environment. The people down in Shreveport, good people too. The people that I've interacted with are.
What's kept you so focused over this many years to where you're especially in the industry you've been in, you could have went so many other directions. Yeah. What kept you out of that? Because I know when you were younger, especially, you may have gotten a little bit of trouble when you were younger, but as you got older, you kind of just stayed away from that, it seems like. And what kept you away from all that?
New information.
Was it just yourself? I mean, was it sit you down, or what?
I kept moving into a new space. Like, if you asked me to make one wish, I would just wish for more wishes. Yeah. Because I know I learned about myself over time that I'm gonna have a new goal or another thing. I have this disease, right? It's called ambition. Right? It grows in people from not having. And I'm trying to cure it. But like I always want to do something else. There'll never not be another idea or a new project to work on or a new thing that I want to do. And then, like being able to focus on G-Unity as a foundation.
You have your G-Unity Foundation now, right?
Like look, my partnerships
Yeah.
with the 11 professional sports teams, what the biggest benefit of it is my connection to their organizations that are the most effective organizations in each one of those territories.
Yeah.
Because they spent a lot of time building and developing these programs that are effective, and I get a chance to come in, so my time is not being used somewhere that's not already a functional or already tested and proven area. And because you look, the most expensive thing we spend is time. We can't get it back, right?
That's true.
So you look and you go, I don't want to do stuff and we're sitting there working on something and it's not tested and proven. It's not a working organization and it falls apart later and you didn't achieve what you were trying to achieve.
Yeah.
When I'm able to use the stronger infrastructure, these guys are all billionaires. Like I'm talking about the next 5 years, they're already there.
Yeah.
And then you know what the task is for people
It's
who are
some
that rich?
multi-billionaires. Yeah.
The task is always to figure out cool when you're rich. Like the people that are born uber rich, right? Because everything's an option, they don't have the same intentions.
Yeah.
Like they just have to figure out cool. Like figure out the coolest thing to wear because they can buy whatever they'd like to buy.
Yeah.
Right? And just simplifying it, they figuring it out, but they kind of figured out I'm cool.
Yeah.
So I'm able to work with them.
Yeah.
Along with the idea of studios in Shreveport, I'm developing. That change for me is being able to provide production services. So a lot of times you produce the projects, but you're not necessarily the studio actually developing it. So I get a chance to be that now.
So like you can have the studio in Shreveport, right?
Yes.
And then you'll be able to provide all the everything else you guys
I
need to
just
shoot,
told you
right?
I have all of these television shows across all of these different platforms, but I have partners with those television.
So you're looking to come in
projects.
like a Tyler Perry's or like a Universal or something like that.
Not a
then.
Tyler Perry's.
Like Universal.
50 Cent.
Yeah.
What
Tyler
the
Perry.
fuck? I love the guy. You keep telling his
Sorry,
name
Tyler
every
Perry's
time.
supposed to be 50 Cent
You keep
backwards.
saying Tyler Perry.
Backwards.
You keep
You
saying
said Tyler
Puffy.
Perry first.
He said Puffy 500 times. Look. He's amazing, man.
Yeah.
He invited me to his studios. I got a chance to go and
Yeah.
do a tour. He showed me around personally, just showed me everything that he had going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, like he is definitely different, bro. And he works at a pace that I haven't seen before. Like
Yeah.
this, I don't even know. Look, let's say my productions, because they're premium productions, they're doing what traditional Hollywood would do.
Yeah.
And he's doing it the way you have to do it to save the money
Yeah.
on the project and to move faster, and he does it. And I'm going, I don't know anybody else doing it, so
Yeah.
you gotta love and appreciate it when you see it done at that level.
Yeah.
And look, I won't ever allow the quality of the projects that I'm doing to come down. So some deals, there'll be a flat out deal like that, like I've already done to keep
Yeah.
it all at the highest grade. There's a point where in Power we was paying $120 million a season.
Yeah, and it shows though, the production quality shows, and you're not finding that a lot today. And you can see it in production from other studios that they're just putting stuff out.
Yeah.
And that what you're putting out, the power, everything else is that you see the production quality is high, the acting, I mean, just you really.
It would
putting
work.
the
When
art
they
into
just
it.
putting stuff out, it would work if they had
Yeah.
really good producers.
Yeah.
Because they would be putting stuff out that is up to standard and up to what the audience would want. If it's already, I think that it shows just a little bit when you can sustain being number one in African American and Latin households for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like when it's done the right way, you'll have that like over time. And to me, I could have done more
Yeah.
because I had a lot of ideas that I didn't get a chance to. It's 40 of them still lingering. So you'll start to see those, when I said it'll start to feel spooky over time, is because those shows will start to come out. And when they do, it'll be on different platforms. Like I have the highest rated docuseries on a Peacock right now.
Was that the TikTok one?
TikTok.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I noticed that was you guys. That was you. Your production, right? Mm-hmm. It was phenomenally produced. I mean, it was really good.
That's good. I like to watch the Oxygen Channel at points. I watch A&E, like the true crime stuff. So I produced that one.
With Fast Channel, what is the name of the Fast
It's
Channel?
Channel 50 Cent Action.
Channel 50 Cent Action. Love it.
That's gonna be cool, man. Like I did a deal with Lionsgate, so it supports the content at different points, so it's up to standard because I don't want to present. I made the deal where I'm able to insert originals, things that I'm producing out in Shreveport, but you'll see it'll go up and it'll be all the way up to standard from the very beginning that you see it.
Wonderful. And when does that launch?
That one, it should be by the end of August.
End of August. Wonderful. All right.
Yeah. I'm already ready.
Absolutely.
And then I'm gonna have you come and I'm gonna interview you for an Enthusiast Report so you can explain to me what the workings behind the scene of a publication is these days. And then I'm gonna go back and have everybody come to me that I've gone to because I've made your platform work. Now you're gonna make mine work.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it very much.
All right.
Great seeing you again.